In case you guys missed the community post, Realty Income ended up declaring a dividend raise. So Realty Income declares 0.248 cents per share monthly, which is a 0.2% increase from prior dividend of 0.247 cents that they were paying out. Ex-dividend date is September 30th. So if you do meet that purchase or the number of shares you hold before September 30th, you will get paid on October 14th. So congrats to all the Realty Income shareholders. Obviously this isn't a huge raise, but they do raise their dividend almost every single quarter. So yeah, congratulations guys for doing absolutely nothing. This is the best passive income you can have. What's up everybody, this is Investing Sensei bringing you episode 152 of the portfolio update. So hopefully you guys are doing awesome. I definitely am. You guys already know it's Sunday, so it's time to go over the portfolio this week, how it performed, what we bought, what we sold, any actually covered calls that we did, as well, you know, how much did the portfolio grow over time, because remember, every single week we dollar cost average into the portfolio. No matter how the portfolio is performing, we're trying to hit a goal of $300 by the end of 2022. So I think we will achieve this. This is $300 that we're trying to get to in passive income every single month. That is one of the goals we have, and I think we're getting very close. So by the end of the video we should be a lot closer, because I did deposit money this week and we bought some shares as well. Remember that we do have our goals to keep us motivated. These are 2022 goals. We have maybe about 3 months or so to go left, and then first goal, we already knocked it out guys. This was all you guys, was to reach 6,000 subscribers. We're at 7,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 8,000 subscribers. So if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing with that notification. Help us reach 8,000 subscribers. That would be pretty awesome. And while you're down there, go ahead and drop a big thumbs up on the video to help out the channel. Definitely keeps me motivated to continue to bring these videos to you, and it also helps YouTube know that we should push this content out for more people. But you'll see that goal number 2 is the one that we're mainly focused on, and that is to try to get to $300 per month on average every single quarter, which I think we will knock out by the end of the year. This is the other one, is reach $110,000 invested of my own money. As you'll see here, total invested we have so far is about $107,200. So we have about maybe $2,800-ish or so. And then as well, the fourth goal is to try to reach $225,000 in portfolio value. This is really just up to the market, so this one is more of a gamble. We don't really have this in our control, especially because of the market conditions. But goal number 5 guys, and that is to dollar cost average $100 at a minimum every single week, which we are doing, and we're knocking that out because this is going to achieve goal number 2 as well. And as well, number 6, every time we do get a new dividend, we contribute an additional $20 towards that company to help it grow a little bit. Once the company pays us out so much money, it's you know, compounding on its own, that we potentially might not even need to add the $20, or the $20 don't even make a huge difference. But overall, we're going to continue doing this. We're going to see that snowball effect eventually, so definitely make sure you follow us along. But overall, guys, let's go ahead and jump over here back to the portfolio. So you see the portfolio is at $173,819.96. You'll see as well that we are down about $339.90. Total overall, we're about $14,000. This is actually not a big deal to me, because this actually allows us to accumulate even more shares at a cheaper price, which I am all for every single time, because we are investing for 10, 15, 20 years from now, and these prices will be very, very cheap by then. And you know, we wish we would have bought more. But before we do jump any further, there's actually one other thing that I did forget to mention, and that is I will be going over an email question that I did get from one of my subscribers. and that is basically we're going to go talk about a transfer that they are trying to do. So we'll dive into it a little bit. I'll give you guys my opinion, and as well, you guys are great investors, so you guys can drop your suggestions in the comment section, because the subscriber will probably end up reading them, and hopefully you guys can help him out, as well as I'll give my opinion and perspective. But overall, guys, if we look at the performance here, you'll see that overall we're actually down about $15,000 since August 25th of 2022 till September 17th, and this doesn't really worry me at all. You'll see that the beginning value of the portfolio was at 188,000. Ending value is 174,000, so not a big deal. We're going to be reinvesting all these $100 as well the dividends, and they're going to accumulate more shares. Rate of return, we're actually down at negative 7.97%. Not a big deal to me as well. But if we look at the positions, which I do want to show you, we're still up about 34.84%, which is about $44,000. A lot of this gains that we've lost in the past couple weeks has been from Nvidia. Nvidia has just been in a downturn, but it's not a big deal because I am selling covered calls, I guess, Nvidia, so we are generating some profits as well. Remember that the Nvidia position that I do have is all capital gains from now on. I did take about $10,000 in profits last year, and I took my initial position out of the way, and also about $6,000 in gains. So I'm definitely just letting Nvidia ride, see what happens. I definitely do believe in the long term of Nvidia. They do have a couple rough years coming ahead, but overall we're going to continue to reinvest those dividends, continue to sell covered calls on them, and we will see where this goes in 5, 10, 20 years from now, and see how big Nvidia will be. Overall, you'll see the positions. I actually have no covered calls open, so hopefully Monday we will sell some covered calls, generate some extra income. As you will see that we have about $418 in our cash balance that we can deploy, which I am going to try to achieve. Microsoft, we're at about 82 shares. We're going to try to get this to 100 shares, because that will enable us to hopefully be able to start selling covered calls, and that's another vehicle that's going to help us accelerate that growth in our dividends. So definitely excited for that, so make sure you stick around. Again, overall, guys, if we look here at the investment income, you'll see that overall we're projected to make about $3,368.79 overall, averaging about $280.73 on a monthly payout, which is actually very, very good. We'll end up comparing it to this value over here on our graphs. Remember, we do have all these scripts available for free. All I ask again is that you're a subscriber of this channel with that bell notification, and you help out by dropping a big thumbs up. But yeah, I have tutorials for all this stuff. We're gonna see by the end of the video if we are gonna hit $280 on average per month, so definitely make sure that you stick around. But overall, you'll see October we're estimated to make about $236.03 or so, and then you'll see that November about $160, and then, guys, the third month of the quarter is always our biggest month, which we're projected to make about $445.91, so that is pretty sweet, and we will continue to grow this snowball over the long term as well. If we look at this, guys, just the quarterly dividends, I do want to just point this out. We started in 2019 with Q1, $100 a quarter, and we just been going up this staircase, going up and up. Obviously, here's the little correction that is, I was adjusting my portfolio, sold out of, I believe, Verizon and AT&T, which were really high dividend yielders, and then we are starting to concentrate onto the 5-year CAGR, well, I guess double-digit 5-year CAGR companies that hopefully 10-15 years from now they will start paying off very, very well. And hopefully we do get a tax advantage now, because we are getting paid lower dividends amounts now, so we paid less taxes now, and then in the future we should hopefully not be working as much, and we will be able to actually take advantage of that benefit. But you'll see overall on the annual we're making about $1,960.24 so far. We haven't actually even finish the year, and we've already surpassed 2019's full year, and then we're definitely going to surpass 2020's by $2,300. So that's going to be very, very juicy. That I can't wait to see. Overall, guys, if we look over here at the history, I already will go ahead and have it customized to start from September 12th of 2022 all the way to the 18th of September. If we scroll to the very bottom, we did do a lot of activities this week, but you can kind of ignore this one that's expired. That was a covered call I sold last week. But on the 12th, guys, of September, we actually ended up selling to open, this was really a covered call. We sold a call on Apple that expired on the 16th of September. It actually was a strike price of $175, which I guess this is probably better to read. So it was a call on Apple with a strike price of $175 that expired on the 16th of September. There was actually 2 covered calls, and we collected $5. So 5 cents times 100. Remember that one covered call controls 100 shares, so you multiply the 5 cents times 100, and that gives you $5. We paid $1.31 in fees, so overall total we made $8.69 in just selling this covered call. So that means that if Apple didn't reach $175, if by September 16th Apple was actually below $175, we got to keep the $8.69 for free. So that's pretty awesome. This actually expired worthless, just so you guys know. Apple closed at like around 150 or 148 or something, so definitely nowhere near our strike price, and that's kind of what we're using to our advantage. Overall, on the 14th, you'll see we did a couple purchases. So we actually bought Home Depot, we bought Skyworks, we bought Realty Income, we got Microsoft, McDonald's, Duke Energy, guys, and these were all $20, and that is because these companies actually paid us out dividends this past week. So I go ahead and add an additional $20 towards this company that paid us out. Remember that we do have this goal that I showed you guys earlier, and that is goal number 6, drip dividends plus add an additional $20 of my own money towards that same company, and that's what we're trying to do there. So Home Depot paid us out a dividend, so we contributed an additional $20. The only one that I did actually do a little different was Microsoft. I bought an additional $20, and that is because I believe it was actually 3M that was supposed to pay us out. Right now, all I'm going to be doing is 3M. I'm going to be dripping that dividend back into itself, but I'm not going to add additional $20. But you'll see here that on the 14th as well, we bought some more Microsoft. We bought $100 worth of it. And you know, hopefully we can try to get this to 100 shares so that we can start selling some covered calls on them. On the 15th, we actually deposited $220. That is $100 dollar cost average plus 6 times 20, because 6 companies actually paid us out dividends this past week. And then on the 15th as well, we bought an additional an additional $100. So we bought $200 worth of Microsoft there. You'll see that we got the dividend from Home Depot. This is actually our first dividend in Charles Schwab that we got. $20.90 from Home Depot, $16.58 from Realty Income, and we also got a dividend from Skyworks Solutions of $31.62. Pretty sweet there. And then as well, guys, we also got some transfer money that we had from Fidelity. Remember that we are still waiting on some dividends that actually are going to show up on Fidelity, and they will transfer over, and that is $117.24 of dividends that got transferred over. That is pretty sweet there. For some reason, I guess we got some bank interest because of the cash balance we do have, about 4 cents we got there, so that's pretty cool. The other thing is we do have drip enabled. Well, I guess we did get McDonald's dividend of $4.14, and then these other companies right here, that's just the drip functionality working, purchasing more shares of these companies so that the next quarter we do get paid even more, and it just compounds that dividend snowball much faster, guys. So that is pretty sweet. Let me know what you guys think of this update. Last thing, well, I guess not the last thing, but there's a couple other things I do want to show you, which is going to actually be here, guys, on the dividends. And so on the dividends here, you'll see that we actually got a lot of dividends this past week. We got all these dividends right here, but in total we got $312.08 so far in the month of September. That is pretty awesome there. And I guess just so we can quickly figure out how much we made in passive income this week, I'll do a quick chart here formula, and we can see $143.10 we made in this past week only, just in dividends. Gotta love it, guys. Imagine what 10-20 years from now we'll be doing and what we'll be generating. One of the things I do want to show you over here, you'll see all the ones in the green are companies that I was holding, or I guess I met the record date and ex-dividend date. Green means it's Fidelity, this darker blue means M1 Finance, and then the lighter blue means Charles Schwab. And so this actually means that the rest of the dividends I am expected to get will be on Charles Schwab's. So I'm done with Fidelity and M1 Finance. I still have some money on M1 Finance, but hopefully that should transfer over to Fidelity, and then Fidelity should transfer it over to Charles. So we will see how that plays out, guys. It's going to just take some time. And overall, you'll see $312.08 so far in passive income, guys, and we're reinvesting these dividends and buying more shares. One of the other things I want to show you, it's options. This past week we only made $8.69, and that is because we were playing a little bit more aggressive the previous week. $113.44 that we made, and that's also because we had a roll that JP Morgan covered call that was in the money, and we actually rolled it out and it expired worthless. So that is pretty sweet there. So far total we made $180.87 and extra income that we couldn't have generated having it in M1 Finance. Obviously there is some risk doing this, but I am willing to take that risk to generate extra income and accelerate that growth in the portfolio, which is very, very awesome there. Overall, guys, that is the update for the portfolio. So let's go ahead and jump into the last two topics. So the first topic will be going actually over the email, the question from our subscriber about the ACAT transfer. We'll talk about that a little bit, give you my opinion. You guys drop the opinions as well in the comment section, since you guys are great investors as well. And then we'll wrap it up. We'll come back, kick off these scripts. Remember, we want to see if we try to actually break the 280, so we will see what happens, guys. But let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so I'm gonna read the email first, and then we can talk about it a little bit. So the email says, "Hi, Investing Sensei, apologies in advance if contacting directly via email is a no-no. Just let me know and I'll comment on YouTube instead. Love your content, appreciate the transparency. I watched your video about transferring from M1 to Schwab, and perhaps you can comment on the following. I am trying to transfer from M1 to E-Trade. Instead, transfer has failed according to E-Trade due to M1 attempting to send them fractional shares, which apparently they don't support receiving. Did you perhaps experience a similar situation? Or maybe Schwab accepts the transfer of fractional shares? I am messaging with their support, but they are slow to respond, and I still haven't concluded it after over a week. Any feedback on your experience would be very welcome. I appreciate it and keep up the good work." So first of all, thank you so much for being a subscriber to the channel. I definitely appreciate every single support from everyone. It helps out the channel a lot, and I'm glad that you actually enjoy the content. Overall, the transfer was pretty easy from my side as well. I did run into a couple little hiccups, but overall it was pretty seamlessly, especially because I did transfer from M1 Finance to Fidelity and then from Fidelity to Schwab. So I did 2 hops. So I do have a little bit of, I guess, experiences, if you could say. But overall, guys, if you are trying to transfer to E-Trade and you're having issues and they're responding very slow, that's something that you might be cautious about. Remember, this is your money and your hard-earned money that you have been working for, and if you don't get fast feedback on this kind of content, imagine if you have some issues that's one of the main reasons why I transferred out of M1 Finance and Robinhood, because they have such a slow response time, and you can only usually contact them by email. I'm not very experienced with E-Trade, so I can't really comment on that, but just the fact that you're saying that they're responding very, very slow would be something that you might want to consider on the reasons why you're trying to transfer to E-Trade versus, I've really had a great experience with Fidelity and Schwab so far, so maybe you want to look into those. I'm able to pick up the phone with Schwab or Fidelity, and they are able to help me out within 30 minutes at the most, and they welcome any type of question, even dummy questions that I've asked before. So that's just something to consider and weigh on why you're trying to transfer E-Trade. Maybe there's specific reasons, but overall, one of the things, I guess your main question is, when you're transferring assets over, the reason why you transfer an asset over doing an ACAT transfer is so that you don't actually create taxable events. Overall, let me look over so I can show you what an ACAT transfer is. So it stands for Automated Customer Account Transfer Service, which is actually ACATS. And what is the Automated Customer Account Transfer Service? So the Automated Customer Account Transfer Service is a system that facilitates the transfer of securities from one trading account to another at a different brokerage firm or bank. And so this is really mostly done in a way so that you can avoid these taxable events, but ACATS actually only allows full shares. They don't allow fractional shares, and so that is another reason. I guess if I show you here, the Automated Customer Account Transfer System does not support fractional shares. If you want to transfer your account or specific fractional share positions to another broker, you may be required to sell the fractional share positions and transfer the cash proceeds. So one of the things that you actually will have to do is either get those fractional shares to potentially a full share, or end up selling them. But honestly, when you initiate the full transfer, it should automatically sell out any fractional portion of your position into cash, and then that cash should transfer over to that new brokerage firm, which in your instance would be E-Trade. But just consider E-Trade on, if they're not being very helpful, you might want to consider looking at a different brokerage. But again, there's a lot of subscribers that are very knowledgeable with this type of content as well. So go ahead and leave your comments, guys, your opinions on this, and help him out. Definitely let me know if I can help with anything. I definitely will be happy to help out. And thank you so much for the question. Let's go ahead and actually wrap up the video by actually going over here to the dividend payout, guys, which is another script I do have, and that is actually going to be that we kick it off, see if we got any new dividends. Hopefully the Realty Income one pops up. So portfolio tools, get latest dividends, and we should hopefully see that Realty Income dividend raise. So give it a second or two. It does take some time, and there it goes, guys. It's running now. And just gotta love automation, huh? So you'll see, guys, it did pick up the Realty Income dividend raise, which is pretty great. And overall, guys, we do have these last couple companies that are expected to pay us out a dividend, so definitely looking forward to it. And then if we look over here at the settings, we can go ahead and actually delete this content, and we can jump over to personal capital to grab the latest version of our portfolio positions. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, so we're at the personal capital account on my Charles Schwab. You'll see that there's a green button. Click on it. This actually copies the content of my positions into the clipboard, which means I can jump back over to the Google Sheets, right click, paste special values only, and then we have the latest version, which has all our purchases. And then we can actually jump over here to holdings, and this is just a pretty formatted position, I guess, portfolio. But we'll go over here to portfolio tools. When you click update portfolio holdings, this will get wiped and it'll use the new content we just pasted. So click on it, it just parses it and formats it. So we clicked on it, you'll see it's calculating. We can jump back over here, and then we'll see if we break the 280, guys. Very, very exciting. And as well, Remember, all these dividends are growing and growing even while the market is actually tanking. So gotta love growth investing, or I guess dividend growth investing overall. You'll see the dividend yield is 1.93% compared to last week, and that is because the portfolio actually went down in value. Yield on cost is actually 2.62%, so the same. Yearly, we've went up to $3,363.17, so about $8, pretty great there. Monthly, we finally broke it, $280.26. We have about $20 more to go to meet our goal. For the week, $64.68, so we went up about 8.16 cents, pretty great there. For the day, we're making about 2 pennies more every single day. Hourly, we're still making 38 cents every single hour. And hourly work wage, guys, this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid an hourly rate of $1.62. We're going to try to get this to minimum wage eventually. We'll see how long that takes, but you'll see that they, for some reason, they were doing such a great job that they got a 1 penny raise, so they're making $1.62 compared to last week of $1.61. Pretty great there, gotta love it. And yeah guys, this is actually all I have for you guys in this portfolio update. Don't forget to subscribe with that notification if you have not done so already, and if you stuck all the way to their end, let me know by dropping a hashtag dividends, because we are just getting all those dividends and they are compounding, guys. You guys saw how the portfolio is down, but overall we're loving those dividends coming in, and they're coming in and just getting reinvested and buying more shares. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I will catch you guys next video. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye guys.